this is Becky with a couple of Bees Read, and we had an exciting week.
Yes, over a week ago, as you guys saw, we took a week's hiatus because we need vacations too. And we met Karen White at our local bookstore, Ernest and Hadley.
Yes.
And she was so sweet and so funny. I didn't expect her to be so funny.
She was hilarious.
She had a PowerPoint presentation about her history as an author and how she got her career started and how it was somewhat of an accident for her, which is hilarious. And also, you know, the hiccup at the beginning of her career. She showed off the cover of her first book, which was
Fabio X-rated,
like
sort of
very, very much old school romance from the supermarket kind of cover.
It was real interesting, and it was so funny because so many. She had like Kathleen Wood who was like the queen of historical romance. And you've probably never read any of her stuff, but when I was in middle school, oh my gosh, I couldn't wait for the next Kathleen Woodward's book, you know. And so I read all of hers. I even have some autographed copies of hers on my shelf.
Awesome.
Yes. And Karen, you know, Sweet Savage Love by Rosemary Rogers, and she was like, yeah, I know some of y'all read that. They were like, it's like, yeah, I did. I know what you mean. But anyway, she was so fun. You're right. She was just so funny.
Yeah.
I just loved her. I mean, beautiful woman, talented woman, funny. And she's just really the whole package there.
She's the only woman probably in the whole country who could get away with saying War Eagle in Tuscaloosa. Because she mentioned that her son went to Auburn and majored in engineering, which I graduated from Auburn, so yes, War Eagle, but now I work at Alabama
in engineering.
So I'm kind of like, he could have come to Alabama, but
yeah. So it's okay. Yeah, those people are out there. Those War Eagle folks, you know.
Anyway, so one of the coolest things for me was we went up there, and of course, when I go to book signings or anything with Becky, she tells everybody how I am also a writer, which is great because that means I don't have to sound arrogant by being also I'm a writer.
But I tell everybody because I'm proud of her, and I think she's, and I know one day we're going to get to show you her book here. But that, going back to Karen, I was telling her about, you know, you being out on submission and everything, and she had some advice for you.
She absolutely did, and she was so funny because she's like, here's some unsolicited advice, and I'm like, I will solicit advice. Please give me all the advice.
Yeah, you're a successful author. Tell me anything.
New York Times bestseller. And so we have a quick clip to show you of some of the advice she gave me. And in case you don't hear it, we will recap at the end. So I'm going to show that really quick.
On submission.
I've just started the third one after the one that's on submission.
No, excellent. Because they'll want to know that. Like this, you know, love your writing, but this isn't the book I'm looking for. Do you have anything else? And then you'll be like, yes, actually, I have one and another one in the works. So, and that will impress them. Then they'll know you're not a one-hit wonder kind of author. So that's the only advice I'm going to give.
Thank you. No, give me all the advice.
Not that I have any idea what I'm doing, but.
Please. And next week we will have you on our blog.
Oh, excellent. Thank you. And what's your blog?
It's called A Couple of Bees Read.
A Couple of Bees
Read.
Love it.
Kayla Burke Brown, Becky Blanton Brown. We're all middle school teachers and principals and things, so you know we got called Bee a lot. So.
That's really cool. So I thought you were talking about honeybees. Have you read my book Flight Patterns? That's all about bees.
I love that. Yes.
And Kayla?
Yes, ma'am. That's right. Alright, so that was the advice she gave me, and it was cool because when she signed my book, she said, "Dear Kayla, best of luck with your writing. Remember, it only takes one yes." So that was super sweet and exactly what I needed to hear, because what Karen White didn't know is I had just gotten an email from my agent with yet another rejection, and it was from a press that I was really had my fingers crossed on. But that is what our writing tips are going to be. The next time I do a writer's tips video is on handling rejection, because even if you do self-publishing, which I know a lot of writers are going to now, you're going to get some rejection.
Sure.
It's part of the process. You're going to get that 1-star review. It's going to happen. And you have to have thick skin, and you have to understand that even if you are the greatest writer in the world, you are not everyone's cup of tea. They're like Stephen King, one of the best-selling authors on the planet right now. There are people out there that hate his books.
Yeah.
Like, I've worked with them. I went to college with some of them, and it always astounded me because I was like, how can you say this author who's sold all of these is a bad writer? Like, wouldn't you just want to say he's not your cup of tea?
Right.
But there are people out there that are critical in that way. And a lot of them are in publishing.
Oh, well.
And that's just how it is. But
we
Karen
read the first book.
Yes.
The Shop on Royal Street.
A lot of fun. It's fun reading a book with a character named Beau because I blush every time I see his name.
Oh,
and I can't help but imagine my husband, like when we met, he had that long curly hair and that jawline. It's just like, oh, that's what that Beau looks like. That's not at all how he's described in this book, but that's what he looks like to me.
Okay. Yes, thank you. That's my son she's talking about. Okay.
Now
you're welcome. That's all her dad and I can tell you is you're welcome. So, but this book, I'm really interested. I read the first couple of pages of it because when I first got home, I had to read, even though I was in the middle of Patty Callahan Henry's book and I wanted to finish it, I still had to break this one open and start reading it. And this is what I'm about to read. I'm almost finished with my Joanna DeMaio's book, so I will be reading this.
Be watching out for this soon. Until then, if you don't know who Karen White is, where have you been? Grab one of her books.
And if you can go to a book signing with her, go. You will love it. I mean, because she was just so entertaining. And
She was
her.
so funny.
Yeah, definitely do that. So until next time, in the next book, in the next bottle of wine, we will see you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.